Hello, fellow players of Hero Wars. I'm Jay. Welcome to Jay vs. Hero Wars. Today I'll be talking about one of my favorite healers who I think is currently still underrated in the game of Hero Wars. A hero I like to use with Iris and Orion. So with that being said, let's take a quick look. Alright guys, so here we are in game. I want to talk about who I think is one of the most underrated healers in the game. Obviously, everyone is aware of Martha, right? And everyone is aware of Celeste, two of the best healers in the game. But one hero that is little talked about in the healing universe so far, at least in my opinion, as to how good he is Dorian, right? So Dorian is one of, in my opinion, the best healers in the game, who's highly still underrated because a lot of players don't use him. And I'm gonna give a couple reasons why I think maybe people should be using him or looking at him a little bit more seriously. So there's really three fundamental reasons I like Dorian. And I'm gonna change his skin first while I'm talking here. We are going to do we're gonna do the champion's skin. But anyway, okay, back to Dorian. So Dorian here, one of the things that makes him incredibly valuable is his initiation skill, right? This increases vampirism for his nearby allies. Why is this important? So any ally who's right next to Dorian is healing themselves when they deal a lot of damage. So naturally, you want to have damage dealers around Dorian. When this happens, there's an insane amount of healing that goes on. Dorian is like the hidden MVP of that particular matchup, right? So one benefit of Dorian is that his vampirism helps the allies around him. The second really cool thing about Dorian is that this vampirism skill applies even when Dorian is not on the field, right? So he could get knocked out, and his vampirism will still be in effect for those in his area where he was knocked out. So that's a pretty cool effect, right? Pretty rare that you have any type of effects still in play after a hero gets knocked out. So that is very, very cool. And the third aspect here is facing an opponent with Cleaver. Now, let's go ahead and put this into an example so that we kind of get a better picture here. So let's do a hero challenge. And for this to not really have to work, but for this to be maximized effectiveness, we're going to put Dorian in the last spot. So let's find an example here. So maybe Dorian, and we're going to use something like the twins, maybe. Nebula, and I don't know, let's just go with a regular tank like Astaroth. So nothing like crazy, right? Some standard team like this. We're going to ignore pets for now. I mean, pets are still relevant, but for the purposes of this demonstration, pets don't really add or take away anything. So I'm not going to even worry about that. But we're going to put in Cleaver, right? So the whole point is that this team is a problem for Cleaver users, and I will show you why. So with Cleaver, you usually want to use someone like Peppy. Let's find Peppy real quick. Martha's usually a good choice. Peppy, where's Peppy? Peppy. And of course, we're not going to use Isaac because the whole point is to highlight Dorian, not necessarily how to counter a specific team here. Because obviously Isaac would be very difficult to contend with on a magic-based team, which is this team here. So let's find Peppy. We're also going to go with, let's go with someone like Celeste and, say, Sebastian. All right, pretty solid team, but the whole point, again, is really to show the Cleaver countering being done here by Dorian. And the reason this is really effective is because Dorian, when moved up to the front, right, is able to still have that vampirism effect go off to heroes nearby. So what we'll see here is that Cleaver's hook, right, will pull Dorian forward, allowing this vampirism to be in effect for more heroes than it would be if he was in the very back line. So this is a huge problem for people who use Cleaver. You really don't want to be attacking someone with a Dorian in the very back line. So Dorian essentially is a counter for Cleaver when someone gets pulled to the front. So we will see this hopefully take place in a little bit here. So here we can see Dorian's got moved up And now this has effectively allowed everyone to get some vampirism. You can see a lot of improvements in healing here, and there is a lot of damage being done. So that is really one cool thing about Cleaver, is his ability to pull up basically gets used against him, and heroes are able to regain their health because they're able to deal massive damage. And here you can see, right, vampirism is still going on. If you look right here, right, you can see Krista's getting some of that vampirism. And so even though he got knocked out, it still applies. So that is just what I wanted to kind of show you there. Now, this is a small sample, and this is just a random team I threw together, but I really wanted to demonstrate those two things, was that when Dorian gets pulled forth, he can be a problem for Cleaver. Obviously, maybe not with some of the allies he has here, but that is a key component in taking down a Cleaver team if you'd like to go that way. Dorian also has those other two great abilities to not only sustain heroes who deal a lot of damage, right? Which is why the ODH combo is such a great team, right? So this is universal, as in like you can use this for mobile as well. But basically, for instance, let's see, we're gonna use a standard ODH team here. Let's see, Dorian, Orion, and Helios. And really, the reason this is such an effective team is because Orion deals a lot of damage, and he gets to be near Dorian. So as you can see, when this starts going here, Orion will be able to heal a lot. So you'll look at his health here, and it's going down significantly, but because of his attacks, his health almost stays full for a significant period of time, even when Dorian gets knocked out here. So you can see, right, he just is able to keep recharging, keep dealing out that damage, and essentially win the matchup. So we can look real briefly here at how this went. So you can see damage dealt, Orion with a lot of damage dealt. Damage taken, a fair amount of damage taken all around. But here's the kicker right here. So the healing, Dorian is able to basically heal his allies because these two are right next to him. So a vampirism, and allows for healing to be done, significant amount of healing done here. Definitely outperforming Nebula, of course, in the healing category. But overall, those are some strengths, in my opinion, of Dorian, and why some Hero War users should be looking to consider Dorian for, if not their main team, one of their Grand Arena spots. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this quick video. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys all in Dominion.